Oh, it's okay. Whatever.
On January 12th, 2025, TommyInnit released a video titled Dream. In it, he spoke to Dream directly on the topic of a drama that no one could have expected happening in the year of our Lord 2025. In a matter of 2 days, the video is already sitting at over 3 million views.
Yo.
Thank you for the biddies!
Making many people feel like they're back in 2020. For someone unfamiliar with these people, the drama will seem really stupid, and it is, but it has a lot of depth. Depth that goes back years. So count yourself lucky because I'll be explaining everything, starting from the absolute beginning. Let's do this. We are now in 2020, knee-deep into the COVID-19 pandemic. The streets were empty and everyone was at home. This meant that no one was socializing, and for people to actually maintain some semblance of sanity, they instead had to socialize online. This meant that video games and online services benefited from this greatly. Steam broke its all-time active player record. Twitch had record-breaking viewership. And hell, even the Xbox Game Pass hit 10 million players, which was unprecedented at the time.
Wow.
This also meant that anyone making content online benefited from this in some way. More people indoors meant more people watching your content as they were bored. And one of the people who benefited the most from this was Dream. Dream focused on Minecraft, which was booming at the time, making fun challenges with crazy twists. His viewership directly benefited from the pandemic, but he truly blew up when he decided to create the Dream SMP server, with SMP standing for Survival Multiplayer. But just like all of Dream's challenges, this also had a twist. Him and many of his friends would get together and roleplay, creating backstories, factions, wars, storylines, you name it. It went live on April 24th, 2020 and blew up very quickly. One of Dream's most popular series was him trying to speedrun the game while his friends tried to stop him. And I mean, look at these views, man. Tens of millions per video, 100 million over here, 83 million. You want to know what can compare to this today? The only channel that can get this many views in 2025? Skibbity Toilet. No, wait, actually? Actually? What the fuck? Who watches this, man? What the fuck? Who watches this, man? 74 million, 51... What? Oh my god! I didn't even know this was a thing. He's still uploading 1 day ago. That's crazy. Anyway, this is a great way to explain to you how big Dream SMP was back in 2020. All right. Yes, it compares to Skibbity Toilet in 2025. Great analogy. Now, there were many people who either joined permanently or were guest appearances, but for the people who were able to join permanently, if they weren't that big of a content creator, they were able to build a crazy, insane career by just being a part of the Dream.
I remember during COVID, right? And you were a Minecraft creator, and if you got invited to the Dream SMP, you literally hit like a gold mine, basically. You literally had everything, every door open for you, basically.
Team. I'm sure you recognize some names here, and there's a reason for that. Some of the guest members were people like Ninja, Mr. Beast, KSI. Everyone wanted to be a part of this, if only as a guest. It was massive. By 2021, people just couldn't ignore it anymore. Anytime you would log on to Twitter, you would start seeing hashtags that didn't make any sense that were there purely because of this server. This article on Business Insider talks about it. TommyInnit had created a character on the server called Tom Nook, who's from the game Animal Crossing. This made Tom Nook start trending on Twitter, purely because he was being played by Tommy. Their massive success also meant that they had many, many crazily passionate fans, and people couldn't ignore their existence any longer. To give you an idea of how fast the growth was, Dream had 100,000 subscribers in August 2019, and then was at 8 million subscribers by August 2020 in just the span of a year. Growth like this isn't just impressive or astronomical, it's also worrying. Growing too quickly has its negatives just like it has its positives. And the negatives were starting to show very evidently. But for now, that didn't matter. They were raking in all the success. Here's an example of a character on the server. All the storylines, all the arcs, all the stuff going on. For people following this, it was endless content, and it was easy to get obsessed with it when you were a teenager. But unfortunately, good things don't last forever. And by 2022, one of its most prominent members...
Stop. Oh man, don't do this to me. Fuck.
People following this, it was endless content, and it was easy to get obsessed with it when you were a teenager. But unfortunately, good things don't last forever. And by 2022, one of its most prominent members, Technoblade, had passed away. This very sad development, combined with other smaller reasons, was the beginning
I think I low-key could not pick myself back up after him passing away. As sick as it was, I fucking prayed that it was like a really horrible prank that he was pulling on his community. I said it's fucked up that he would do that, but I hope it is. I fucking beg it is. I miss him, bro. I miss him so fucking much, chat. There was like, when all this news happened, I low-key was like so fucking hurt. I was like, man. I was so mad at the universe. I was mad at everybody around me. I was like, there's no fucking way. The one person that wanted to be my friend, I just wanted to fucking blow up the earth. I felt so shitty. I hated myself and I hated everybody around me. I couldn't. I didn't see like it was like worth making any more friends if this was like gonna happen.
Beginning of the end for Dream SMP Season 1. And by April 2023, 3 years after the server was initially established, it was ended by blowing it up to smithereens. For many, Dream SMP was something that was never done before, and the community behind it was colossal. Dream could tweet out something as simple as saying deviously lick my nuts and get over 300,000 likes. Many content creators couldn't fathom having this much influence, but at the same time, Dream couldn't either, which is why he didn't control it well at all. Look, having so much influence means that there's a lot of talented people who'll be watching you and making art of you. In fact, so many people found out about the Dream SMP not through Minecraft gameplay, but through animatics, animations, drawings, fanfictions, you name it. Such works will have tens of millions of views and will often reach people who had no idea who Dream was, only to find out about this community and feel a part of it. Many people focused on the advantages of having such a massive and loyal audience. TommyInnit was a guy who had joined the server when he was 16, and there he was breaking records with over 650,000 live viewers during the Dream SMP finale. These were numbers that not only Tommy couldn't dream of, other content creators could never dream of as well. This was a worldwide phenomenon. But it wasn't all sunshine and roses. I mean, the fans were called Dream Stans for a reason. Stan is a term that Eminem had coined a long time ago in a hit song by the same name. It talks about an Eminem fan by the name of Stan, in which he had become so obsessed with him that he abandoned his family, his job, everything that made him who he was, in the pursuit of trying to be like him and gaining his attention. Being called a Stan is typically not something you want to be called, but it's something that Dream Stans prided themselves in. And there's a reason for that. They were insane. If you search up the definition of Dream Stan on the Urban Dictionary, the first definition that will show up is highest stage of cancer.
Oh my god, holy shit!
Dream Stans have no father.
Oh! How the fuck did you get my soul? How did you get my soul? Where did you get this from? Wait, I know where you got it from. Wait, is this you selling it? Are you the one that's selling it? What the fuck? You're selling my soul for 9 million? Chat, whoever buys it, whoever buys that solo, I'm not saying that you should, but if whoever buys this soul on Skyblock, this is Skyblock, right? Whoever buys this soul on Skyblock, please let me know so I can give you VIP. Please and thank you.
But other definitions are way more disturbing. They had a terrible reputation even during the peak of Dream SMP. This starter pack is an example. Look, they would dox and send death threats to people who openly stated they didn't like Dream. They would turn on people in the Dream SMP over the smallest things. Then would use hashtags to absolutely destroy Twitter's algorithm and make everyone aware of it, even though they don't care. They would also ship everyone, okay? Even though they might be straight or not gay, they would still ship them and say, hey, just come out the closet already. Come on, get it over with. Not to mention that there would be fan art of people kissing even if they were underage, like TommyInnit, who had joined the server when he was 16. This right here is blurred. I can't show it because of YouTube, but listen, some fans were so twisted in the head.
I remember too, when I came, okay, in the Minecraft community, when I was a Minecraft creator, I said that I was a huge Technoblade fan, right? I got doxxed. And I got called a demonic YouTuber because I liked him. And I think like he joked about it a lot, being like atheist. I don't know if it's true or not, but I think that was like his thing, like just kind of like joking about like being atheist. And because of that, because I was associated with Technoblade, I literally got like jumped by like a bunch of like Minecraft fans. And after that, when Jay Schlatt came back and banned all of like the Minecraft stands and stuff like in his chats, I got doxxed again for commenting on a TikTok post. I got doxxed again because I said, haha, I didn't get banned, W. That's literally what I said, and I got doxxed in the fucking comments. So yeah, I got doxxed twice for enjoying Minecraft creators, I guess. That like were I guess that had like such a reputation or something like that. Rage baiting for years, I see. The funniest part too is, I'll admit it, chats, the way that I got doxxed was they linked the IP, right? I look up the IP, it's a fucking pizza place in New York. So both of the times when I got doxxed, it was the same fucking IP, and it was the IP of a pizza place in New York. So, you know. So if you look up like a wiki page, if you look up Anniepants 02 or Anniepants, there's like an old wiki page about me. And for some reason, the wiki page says I moved to New York. They got that information because I was fucking doxxed. So, yeah. I was like, huh? What? What? Maybe it'll be your new content house. Oh yeah, I'm gonna move into that pizza place, bro. Enjoying Minecraft creators that aren't Dream is a crime punishable by death, apparently. Yeah, basically. Sure, move to New York to closer to a certain someone. I was insane. Easiest way to throw off stalkers, post fake IP and they'll think you moved. Yeah. I was like, huh? I remember reading the wiki page. I was like, I didn't move to New York. I was like, I don't even live in New York.
They would draw explicit fan art of Dream SMP members, but dismembered or bleeding or hurt or whatever. You get the point.
Oh, I moved. Yeah, I was like, this is news to me. Hello?
Obsession. Now, obviously, the majority of Dream stands weren't twisted enough to be in.
I'm not moving to New York, and I'm not living near a certain someone, okay? As a matter of fact, I don't want that man near me.
To stuff like this, but there was enough of them to make it a problem. However, what many of them were hypocrites. They would always pretend to be progressive and virtue signal about what's right and what's wrong. But then as soon as someone offended them for the stupidest thing, they would take out all the slurs, okay? All the slurs possible they could use against them and use them. Here's an example of a video Charlie had made, with TommyInnit replying to a tweet from Dream saying, they included a few J-Schlatt moments in this video. Do they not know of his wrongdoings? Do they not know? I'm not happy, Dream. Or he was joking that J-Schlatt was included. Both Twitter and Dream stands had tried to repeatedly cancel J-Schlatt over the—
no matter what, this man will always haunt me. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I know he was on the SMP, but still, why? The timing is so fucking perfect. What the fuck? What is this timing? What is this timing? What?
of his wrongdoings? Do they not know? I'm not happy, Dream, where he was joking that J-Schlatt was included.
What the fuck? There's a video right here that says, can you guys see this? It says, J-Schlatt, how cancel culture failed to stop him. Can somebody look up this video and link it?
Both Twitter and Dream stands had tried to repeatedly cancel J-Schlatt over the dumbest, stupidest things I've ever seen.
I low-key hate it when you guys bring up the red string theory. I'm gonna smack y'all with the red string. How about that?
Like how here, a tweet with 2,000 likes was alleging that he was racist against Asian people because he was trying to squint into an obsidian portal while he was playing Minecraft. I'm not even kidding, okay? Just the mere mention of his name triggered them beyond belief. Tommy had signaled through this joke that he was still on good terms with J-Schlatt. And that was enough to cause a massive controversy on Twitter that trended for everyone and that showed the true nature of Dream Stand.
Oh man, bro, this reminds me of like the tweet where like Ms. Kiff like was fighting with Tommy. And Ms. Kiff goes like, yeah, well, me and J-Schlatt are still friends, so you could be mad about that. And nobody mentioned Schlatt.
To cause a massive controversy on Twitter that trended for everyone and that showed the true nature of Dream Stand. These seemingly progressive and virtue signaling fans would say things like this. Or things like this directed towards Tommy, who was a minor at the time, saying, I don't give a fuck if you're feeling overwhelmed. You are privileged and face no type of oppression, but still continue to victimize yourself instead of holding yourself accountable and apologizing to all the fucking minorities you've hurt. God damn. I don't even know what they're talking about here. I don't know what minorities Tommy had hurt at the time, but one thing was for certain, all these comments were getting to him, someone who wasn't even 18 years old, and he would deactivate his Twitter fairly often. In fact, it was something you'd find from members in Dream SMP. And when this would happen, Dream would never call it out. He let his community run rampant because he was too scared of any backlash, and if he would receive backlash, he would completely backtrack and apologize immediately to move on. This was exactly what his community wanted. The reason why they acted this way is because they saw everyone on the Dream SMP as playthings, like a kid sees a Barbie doll. And in order to have full control over their doll, they needed to bully them from time to time, like they were doing to Tommy right here. All these reasons combined is why Dream stands had such a bad reputation, and people to this day dislike them. I'd like to specify that not all Dream stands were this bad, but too many were, to the point where it didn't matter, unfortunately. Now, as you can—
I remember at one point I stopped supporting like a lot of literally after Technoblade passed away, I stopped like watching like a lot of creators that like were involved, like the Dream SMP. I was only watching for the sole purpose of Technoblade being on there. You know what I mean? Again, huge fan, right? I stopped watching it. But I was still like in like a friend group that like I guess like still like fucked with the people that were within Dream SMP. And I remember one of my friends was telling me, oh, I'm getting like spammed like in the server. I go, oh, is it in this server? And she was like, oh no, it's in a different server. And I go, huh? And mind you, these are all creators, by the way, chat. Okay, I go, oh wait, huh? And then she goes, yeah, so and so made it. And then she got really quiet and she goes, I low-key tried to invite you, but they told me no. And I was like, wait, why? I was like, did I do something? I was like, did I say something wrong? And she goes like, I'm gonna be honest, Annie, it's for a petty reason. I go, wait, did I say something to like this person? I'm so sorry. Like I was like apologizing, right? And she was like, no, it's because of well, you remember that like that one lore video, like Technoblade, blah blah blah. And I go, yeah. And she's like, well, she's like just she fucking hates Technoblade, and you're a huge fan of Technoblade, so I was like, you gotta be kidding. And she was a huge fucking Dream fan, so I was like, oh, makes sense. I was like, what? You gotta be fucking kidding me. And I was like, holy shit, bro. Oh my god.
can imagine, with fans like these, there were many controversies.
Oh, man.
But one of the most important ones was as Dream SMP was closing in 2023. The Minecraft community was wondering, okay, what's next? Well, Quackity, who was a Dream SMP member, came out with the announcement that he was making a server called the QSMP, the first bilingual Minecraft SMP server, in which people could speak English and Spanish with live translation. A very big achievement at the time. Well, as it turns out, very shortly after Quackity had announced his server, Dream came out with his announcement saying after Dream SMP, he was going to make United SMP, the first multi-language SMP with live translation. The languages were going to be Spanish, Portuguese, French, German, Korean, and English. Now, of course, there was concern from the toxic Dream stands that, oh my god, Quackity copied you. But Dream stated, hey guys, it's fine. His is English and Spanish, mine is multiple languages, it's still fairly different. Quackity did not comment. While QSMP was
fucking dumbass, holy shit. Oh, well, the attention isn't on me. I gotta make a server too.
Delayed by around a month, and still fairly different. Quackity did not comment. While QSMP was delayed by around a month, and the final announcement from Quackity was that, hey, listen, it's launching on April 26th, and it doesn't just have English and Spanish, it has all the languages that were in the United SMP. So 6 languages total with live translation. Wow. At this point, Dream stands were furious that Quackity had copied Dream's idea. Quackity couldn't care less and never addressed the drama, but Dream did.
Fire! Out of sight, out of mind.
Tweet possible. Look at how long this is. Look at this. Look at this. Who's gonna...
You're lying. You're lying so fucking hard right now. What the fuck? Holy shit.
In the longest tweet possible. Look at how long this is. Look at this. Look at this. Who's gonna read this? This instantly became
oh my god! Well, when you put it like this, holy shit! Oh my god! That is a book, bro!
With a post saying, ain't no way he typed all this out thinking we're gonna read it. And I mean, seriously, who's gonna read this? Most people didn't, and we're just making fun of him. In it, he's...
Read it, Annie. I'm not reading all that! So happy for you. So sorry for your loss.
Explained that he kept trying to reach out to Quackity and that he was being ignored, trying to clear up the misunderstanding, but Quackity couldn't care less. He also expressed that he got doxxed, a tracking device was placed on one of his family's cars, and the police were involved. Also Quackity and that he was being ignored. At this out the gate, we're gonna read it. And I mean, seriously, who's gonna read this? Most people didn't, and we're just making fun of him. In it, he explained that he kept trying to reach out to Quackity and that he was being ignored, trying to clear up the misunderstanding, but Quackity couldn't care less. He also expressed that he got doxxed, a tracking device was placed on one of his family's cars, and the police were involved. Okay, all over a dumbass Minecraft server, all right? Do you understand now how crazy the fans are? But how is it that Dream was being absolutely dragged through the mud? Where were his Dream stands? Well, they were still there, it's just that his influence had gone down significantly. You see, in 2022, Dream had done his infamous face reveal. And by 2020...
Oh my god, chat. The fucking Discord video where he face reveals. Oh my god.
2023, many of his fans had found that this whole mystery surrounding who he is was gone. It just wasn't the same anymore. He had actually hurt his brand significantly by showing his face. And this was one of the first times where he realized, wait, like, have I fallen off? A few months later, Tommy would release this video titled If YouTubers Were Honest, in which he makes fun of people like Andrew Tate, Logan Paul, and unexpectedly for many, Dream. Specifically regarding his drama with Quackity. Watch.
Yes, it's done! A Minecraft server to combine multiple communities, my communities together, and bring the world together. This is an amazing idea!
Hey, I don't like that idea. It's actually my idea, not yours.
That doesn't... Okay, that's fine. We can both do it, I guess.
Stop ignoring me.
What?
Stop ignoring me. You haven't replied to my DMs in a whole week.
Yeah, okay, that... I just didn't... That's fine, I just didn't really want to.
You're not nice. You destroyed our friendship, telling everybody, about everyone.
Okay, I don't want to do this right now.
Posted it.
What?
Too late now, too late history.
Why would you do that?
No, it's no hate though, man. It's no hate. It's just love, man. It's just love. I think you're a bad person, that's all, but it's no hate.
Just an insane...
Oh my god, what the fuck?
I think you're a bad person, that's all, but it's no
That's
hate.
just an insane response to this.
I didn't say anyone to hate on you, man. It's all love. It's all love from me. I just think that you're the worst person ever. Wear a smile. Wear a smile more. Smile more. Big friendly Dream.
So not only was this unexpected, it also criticized Dream in many more ways than one.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Making him out to be crazy, unstable, hell, even psychotic, but also how he would type out these massive essays anytime he needed to explain the slightest thing and would always end it with, hey, listen, guys.
All I'm gonna say, am I allowed to say this? Okay, all I'm gonna say is that having friends that are still Minecraft creators or do Minecraft content or still hang around with other Minecraft creators, all I'm gonna say is you hear a lot of shit and it's like, now it's insane whenever I go to my friends that aren't VTubers and I tell them all like this fucking like shit that's happening in VTuber community, they're like, oh. But when it's Minecraft creators, it's like, oh.
Don't attack anyone, please.
It's like, oh, what?
Please, but he knew exactly what he was doing. When you have such an...
You think they all get along? Oh, of course not. I mean, fuck. Again, like I was a Minecraft creator. I was like being talked about behind the scenes. No one really fucked with me until Technoblade said hi. And then that's when everyone was like, oh, Annie, actually, I think you're really cool. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Get out of town.
End it with, hey, listen, guys, don't attack anyone, please. But he knew exactly what he was doing. When you have such an unstable, massive community, you type something as large as this and have Quackity's name stamped over it multiple times, then even a donkey could understand what you would be doing to Quackity and his community. And the fact that Tommy, one of Dream SMP's biggest YouTubers, and someone who's known to be one of Dream's friends, did this, made it all the more significant. But the question is, how did Dream react to this? Well, in one of the most unhinged ways possible. Months after that video from Tommy had come out, Tommy's mother, who is on Twitter, had tweeted this out, saying, "The only DM I've not deleted is one from an entitled content creator who had the nerve to send me a massive essay DM on why my son's bad. The arrogance. A grown man complaining to the mum of his former pal. Playground behavior as if I'd go, actually, you're right. Blew my mind." Ari, my last tweet, it was from last August, when Tommy had released the video. It was the one that you think it was. Yes, that one. we were all a bit surprised. He hadn't revealed who it
Wow.
was, right? But
What the fuck?
everyone already knew. Who else would
What?
type a massive essay to someone's mom? Dream. The message that he had sent Tommy's mom was only revealed to us today in 2025, and we'll get to that later. Over the next few months, Dream's influence would continue to diminish, almost making him out to be a lolcow. He got into a fight with Nicholas Cantu, a voice actor
Oh,
from
no.
Gumball, hoping to, as always, use his
no.
community to
Oh no, bro. Oh no. Oh. Oh no, bro. Oh no. Oh my
win a
god.
fight, but instead his community turned on him. He would post a video of Nicholas being drunk while underage in the same Uber as him, saying slurs, belittling the driver, and being narcissistic, trying to use the same cancel culture tactics of his own community, but instead, they just flipped it against him and were like, "You're just a loser. Why are you even in an Uber with an underage person who was drunk?"
Damn.
This, coupled with the fact that someone had posted an entire 24-page document alleging that Dream had preyed on a 16-year-old fan, didn't really make him look good at all
Oh,
anymore.
wow.
He quickly shifted into being one of internet's most powerful personalities into just another lolcow. And it's not like anyone was sad over it. Many people had hated him and his community for a long time, and now they finally had a reason to publicly hate him with proof. He went from being able to bully anyone he wanted with a snap of a finger to now getting bullied with every single word he said, only to delete the tweet afterwards and it being even funnier. Now, he would go on to disprove the fact that he's a predator, that he's a pedophile, by making this video titled The Truth, currently sitting at 13 million views around the end of 2023. And while it did clear him of the craziest accusations, people just didn't really care that much. The damage had been done on his reputation. Whether he was innocent or not, it didn't matter. People had come to dislike him and his community so much that whether he was actually a predator or not changed nothing. They were going to still hate on him. And just to piss him off, they were still going to call him a predator and a pedophile. And that's exactly what ended up happening. Not to mention that a couple of massive content creators that were on the Dream SMP got into massive controversy. Like Wilbur Soot's very weird acts against his ex-girlfriend, and George Not Found's acts against someone who was in a party. Now, obviously in George's case, the person accusing him was definitely fishy, but it didn't matter. The community that they had built got so horny over the idea of canceling someone, so an allegation was enough to take you down. In
Damn.
the case of people like Tommy, who had admired these people playing with them on Dream SMP and seeing them get into so much trouble, he started distancing himself and trying to find his own path on YouTube. Many Dream stans who used to worship Dream and other people on the Dream SMP server would start to become antis or haters, dedicating all their energy to hating them instead of worshiping them. And honestly, it's not that big of a surprise, because when you get infatuated with something, the lines between love and hate are so blurred, they might as well be the same thing. It was so easy for the biggest Dream stans to become haters because they realized they never really loved Dream. They were just obsessed with him.
Wow.
After this, Dream would slowly fade into obscurity. He wasn't as big as he used to be, and his fans definitely dwindled. Because of this, Dream would barely upload, focusing more on his music career, where many people would also continue to make fun of him. The internet was able to slowly and finally start healing, until he decided to make the worst comeback ever in January 2025. As I mentioned before, many of the people that used to be on Dream SMP would proceed to try and find their own path. This was the case with Tommy, otherwise known as TommyInnit. He would dabble into doing stand-up comedy, something he absolutely fell in love with, and would also start a podcast with his friend Jack. Now, all this drama would ever in January finally start healing, until he decided to make the worst comeback ever in January 2025. As I mentioned before, many of the people that used to be on Dream SMP would proceed to try and find their own path. This was the case with Tommy, otherwise known as TommyInnit. He would dabble into doing stand-up comedy, something he absolutely fell in love with, and would also start a podcast with his friend Jack. Now, all this drama would start in one of the dumbest ways possible, and of course it would. It was because of a segment in this episode right here titled It's Finally Over. Specifically, this clip. Watch.
Who's the worst person you... All right,
Oh,
next
the
one.
worst person I met award.
Oh,
for
no.
me, it's so easy.
Go on.
Ms. Giff.
Oh! Oh shit! Oh, oh no! No! Oh no! Does he bring it up? Holy shit! I forgot.
Piss me off the twat. Just the way you look.
That's barely even met him. He was like,
He just
stood
wouldn't
near him for a bit.
Oh, I hate it. Have you ever just hated someone based
Oh
off nothing?
no!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I was.
So yeah, Tommy had essentially called out Miskiff for
Oh
no reason.
no!
Miskiff jokingly
Aw,
replied saying
my screen. Hold on, my OBS is acting up. Okay.
he's British.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, it's fixed.
Yeah.
No, I was.
So yeah,
That's
Tommy had essentially
crazy.
called out Miskiff for no reason. Miskiff jokingly replied saying he's British, but then while streaming made a more heated response.
Oh,
Now
wow.
bear in mind, while streaming, Miskiff said that he was trying to bait the internet with this response, so it's probably not serious. Knowing Miskiff, nothing that he says is serious, but
That's crazy. What? You're trying to bait the internet with that response? Is that not insane? What? I mean, I get rage baiting, but like, would you really want to like rage bait another creator? I wouldn't know, dude. I'm a VTuber. No, actually, never mind. I would know.
I'll show you some of it anyway.
When I was talking
There's only one creator I'd rage bait.
to TommyInnit, he was probably one of the most
Some of it anyway.
when I was talking to TommyInnit, he was probably one of the most insufferable people that I've ever talked to in my fucking life. When I was sitting there waiting for Masayoshi to pop up, TommyInnit is just standing there like a complete prick and looking like such a jackass. I'm trying to just sit there and wait for Masayoshi. I say hello to him, and he gives me the rudest stare you could ever imagine. I'm like,
Yeah, make what you will.
Are you sure? What kind of bait is this? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. That is that not crazy? What the fuck? That is insane, Chad. Hello? Is this just me? That's an insane bait.
serious? Knowing Miskiff, nothing that he says is serious, but I'll show you some of it anyway.
What?
when I was talking to TommyInnit, he was probably one of the most insufferable people that I've ever talked to in my fucking life. When I was sitting there waiting for
He actually sounds like genuinely upset. It doesn't even sound like bait. You know what I mean?
Masayoshi to pop
There's like no smile, no nothing.
up,
Oh my god, dude. Is this what IRL streamers are like now? Like, actually? Oh. Oh, man. Is this actually what IRL streamers... No, just him. Oh, okay.
TommyInnit is just
Oh.
standing. When I was sitting there waiting for Masayoshi to pop up,
I
TommyInnit
miss
is
when
just
bait used to be believable.
standing there like a complete prick and looking like such a jackass. I'm trying to
What?
just sit there and wait for Masayoshi. I say hello to him, and he gives me the rudest stare you could ever imagine. I'm like,
Yeah, make what you will out of all
What?
this. I genuinely don't care. But this is how the drama started. Tommy would then quote tweet this response from Miskiff and say, "You are just really hard to talk to."
Oh!
Escalating this further, which made
what the-
other content creators
Get off of me! Chat, they're trying to lock me away. Oh, chat, they fucking got me. They're trying to lock me away. Chat, they got me. Ah!
Anyways.
start to react. I don't care. But this
It's all just speaking your heart and then say it's bait when the mass response is negative.
This
This
is how
really
the drama
weird.
started. Tommy would then quote tweet this response from Miskiff and say, "You are just really hard to talk to."
I feel like I bait a lot whenever I say like I hate a certain creator. And we all know it's not true. You know what I mean? Because it's like I've always spoken so highly about like creators. Certain creators that like I actually like genuinely do fuck with, or like, you know, I think one of the biggest examples is Boss Man. And as much as I joke about like hating him and stuff like that, I have nothing but respect for him, and chat knows that, you know what I mean? So it's like I can't imagine sounding actually hateful and then being like, "Oh guys, it's bait, don't worry." I'm just really surprised by that.
To escalate. Tommy would then quote tweet this response from Miskiff and say, "You are just really hard to talk."
He's the only one you watched the entire ad for. It was you! You're the one that made that comment! It was you! I found you.
I found you. I found you.
And now I'm gonna hang you by your toes! Your pinky toes.
To escalating this further, which made other content creators start to react to it as well. Asmongold would react to this, for example, and say that which tweet this response from Miskiff and say, "You are just really hard to talk to."
Damn.
Escalating this further, which which made other content creators start to react to it as well.
Okay.
Asmongold would react to this, for example, and say that Tommy's only doing this because he's falling off.
I feel like Asmon does not have the right to speak.
And XQC would just say, well, these guys are all cringe. Sorry. This made
W.
Tommy tweet.
Oh. Oh my god. Yo, Tommy's like, holy. Oh my god.
Falling off, and XQC would just say,
Oh
well,
my
these guys are all
God.
cringe. Sorry. This made Tommy tweet
Holy
this out
shit.
saying, to be more cringe than TommyInnit is pretty fucking hard, but you pulled it off, pal. Posting an image of XQC shaking Trump's hand.
Wow, holy shit, dude. Yo, Tommy's just like, yeah, fuck you guys, I'm chilling over here. Like, you know what I mean? Oh my god.
Hi, Bag. How you doing today? Hello.
XQC would then quote tweet this saying, from doing streams in my basement to doing a stream with the president, how's that a diss? You went from dick riding Dream for a living to making jokes to teenage girls. Lock in. This is when,
Damn.
in one of the most unexpected ways possible, Dream would make a comeback. He quote tweeted,
What the fuck? Oh, I remember this dude.
XQC's response and posted this meme.
Now, why did Dream get involved, bro? Come on. Did we all still understand? Like, did we all figure out why he got involved? Because, oh my god. Damn.
Showing two paths forward for Dream SMP stands, either growing up or becoming a retarded TommyInnit fan. Now, you have to understand, right? In any other community, this would be perceived as normal, but we're dealing with Dream SMP stands and antis here.
Ooh.
Obsessive
They're
people that
jumping
were
him.
raised under the guise of being
Attention, most likely. Jealousy because he felt left out. You can't make this shit up.
virtue signaling and as progressive as possible. In their minds, this word right here is a massive slur, and Dream had just used it casually. How dare he? So not only did he delete the post almost immediately after receiving backlash, someone brought back a tweet that he had
Damn.
made a long time ago in which he said, I don't personally support using the word retard. I feel enough people find it offensive that if you're a content creator, you should phrase it out of your vocabulary.
This is what happens when you appease to an audience. This is what happens when you bend backwards for them, bro. And especially with your kind of audience, they'll never forget. Holy shit. Oh my god. That's crazy.
Someone brought back
No backbone.
a tweet that he had made a long time ago in which he said, I don't personally support using the word retard. I feel enough people find it offensive that if you're a content creator, you should phrase it out of your vocabulary. And I mean, this is a perfect example. He was acting exactly like his community. He was virtue signaling, but then as soon as someone pissed him
Damn.
off, he would just use the slur he was virtue signaling
Damn.
against immediately.
Damn.
The backlash was immense. Tommy's own mother tweeted this, saying, couldn't be arsed getting involved. There's no ambiguity about using the R slur. Then I saw the bit about being autistic, which really f***ed me off. Being autistic and being an ableist prick are two completely different things. Big love to all my neuro-spicy pals. This tweet partly references how Dream would say that it's okay for him to say the word retard because he's autistic. But
Bah!
it's also talking about something else. Tommy's mother was actually directly responding to Dream's explanation
It's, what? It's... What? What?
references how Dream would say that it's okay for him to
It's okay, guys. I got the pass.
say the word
What the
retard because he's
fuck?
autistic. But it's also talking about something
Whatever.
else. Tommy's mother was actually directly responding to Dream's explanation that he had written in
It's not the fact. Okay, let me go ahead and say this real quick. It's not the fact that like, it's not the fact of like the word. It's more of like the hypocrisy. You can't say one thing and then do the complete opposite of it. You know what I mean? You can't do that. That's not how it works, bitch. Oh my god.
his own subreddit about why he had posted the meme. People felt they were back in 2021 with how he would do something, offend people, delete it, and then explain. He also deleted this explanation after the fact, by the way. He'd explained that the reason why he posted it is because he was so done with double standards. How Nicholas Cantu could use slurs and Dream would still
That's all you though. That's you built that. You made that bed, bro. You made the bed. You have to lay in it.
Will get the brunt of the hate, how people would go viral calling him a retard, and if he used it, he would get hate for it, and said that he has his own reason.
You made that bed, dude. Like, actually, all the fucking tweets where you're just like, I could do no wrong because I'm the perfect creator. I would never do these things that all these other creators do. You literally fucking made that bed, man. You can't sit there and like be like, this isn't fair that I can't say the fucking word. Ah! When you're the one that said years ago, not even like that many years ago, like I'd say like what, 3 years ago? 3 years ago, where you're just like, people shouldn't be saying this word. That's so bad. How dare you, streamers? Oh my god, man. It's just a level of hypocrisy, you know what I mean? I could give a fuck. You know what I mean? That word is something that I just, you know, avoid saying. But, like, at the same time, it's the level of fucking, like, hypocrisy. You know what I mean? And I think it's so funny, too, by the way. Okay, I want to throw this in here. I remember in a video that we reacted to, on my ult account, on my ult channel, there was a video that we reacted to, and it was Smug. I love her. I watch her reacts whenever I'm not live. You know what I mean? Whenever I'm doing things, I'll put her reacts on. She's cool as fuck. You know what I mean? I think she's funny. She's super unhinged. And I remember somebody had mentioned like, oh, she says like the R slur, right? And I read it out loud. I was like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like that's, it's whatever. I'm not going to be like, oh, that's so disgusting. But like, I read it out and so many people were fucking mad at me for not saying the word. They were all mad at me. Everybody was fucking mad at me in the comment section because I didn't want to say the word. And I was like, guys, I just don't want to say it. You know what I mean? I want to just keep that out of my vocabulary. I just don't want to say it. They were just like, and then other people were mad at me that I wasn't mad at people for using the word. I was like, I'm like minding my business. Leave me alone. I was so mad, bro. I was like, you're mad at me that I don't say the word. You're mad that I'm not mad at other people for saying the word. Why? Why? I was so pissed, chat. Holy shit. I was like, there's no way where both sides hate me when all I am is just like minding my business. I'm on the fence. No lie, Annie doesn't talk like that even when she was little. Nope, dude. It's just something that I just didn't want like in my fucking vocabulary. You know what I mean? You're just full of, I'm not gonna use the word just to piss them off. Oh my god. Thank you for the that was your stream. That's crazy. I was like so like dumbfounded. I was like, there's no way. Better not to get into controversy, Andy, because then we gotta save you. It's fine. It's whatever. Because at the end of the day, I just mind my business. You know what I mean? I'm chilling. I'm minding my business. I just thought it was so insane that like both sides were upset, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And I just think it's so funny because it's like, I'm not even trying to like appease anybody, but I was just like, yeah, I'm minding my business. You know what I mean? There's better words that I could say. Like, my favorite word is gooner. That's my favorite word.
Thanks for having a problem with Tommy being the internet.
But aside from that, okay. Aside from that, what's it called? Aside from that, I think it's very hypocritical for a lot of creators to like say one thing but not stay true to their word, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And it's more of like, oh, streamers shouldn't be doing this, blah, 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 blah. And then they go and turn around and do the thing that they preach. And it's like, what? That doesn't make any sense. You have no backbone. Like you is what you're saying is you tremendously care about what the world thinks of you. That's what it sounds like. You really care about what the world thinks of you. And the reason why I just can't, like, because I remember I had like a friend that defended Dream when all this stuff happened, I think. And I said, I just can't defend, like, I can't look at Dream and be like, oh, it's so fucked up that, like, I mean, okay, yes, it is fucked up that the internet jumps him. I won't lie. It's insane. But at the same time, he does things where I just don't feel bad within that moment anymore. For example, engaging with hate. And so I could tell you right now, this man looks himself up on Twitter. He probably looks himself up on Twitter. He probably looks himself up on Reddit or whatever, you know what I mean, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, because he really does care what people think of him. And you could tell me I'm wrong, but I think a lot of creators have done that in position, and that's okay. It's okay. But when you see someone that doesn't like you make a post about not liking you, do not engage. You are a creator. I think it's a #1 rule for creators to, like, not engage in hate. Now, trolling, GG's. Don't get baited. Don't get baited. Do not get baited in the trolls. Do not fall for that. And that's what he does. He falls for it so fucking much. And I'll see him reply to, like, accounts. They're like 20 followers. They got like 20 followers, right? And he's replying to them and he's like, oh, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. Why am I always like the center of attention of hate, blah, blah, blah. And then we all know his fan base. They are always like ready to fucking defend him. So if he's replying to hate, they are bound to fucking jump him. And what's it called? That person that made a post of their opinion goes private now. They have to private their account. They get doxxed and they have to go private. And he's come out and said, like, oh, if you're a smaller account and you get doxxed, you have nothing to worry about because you're not famous like I am. That's crazy. That's insane. That is fucking crazy, chat. That is an insane statement to make. Wow.
Police and was expecting to get a lot of shit for going done with double standards. How Nicholas Cantu could use slurs and Dream would still get the brunt of the hate. How people would go viral calling him a retard, and if he used it, he would get hate for it. And said that he has his own reasons for having a problem with Tommy, being the internet police, and was expecting to get a lot of shit for going after poor Tommy that lies about him constantly, while saying that he had no intentions to go after every Dream SMP fan or being ableist. Saying that in his opinion, the worst Dream SMP fans became Tommy fans, and that Tommy feeds right into it to promote his Patreon, shows, book, or whatever else he's currently promoting because he has absolutely no backbone. On the same day, Dream would go live.
That's crazy. That is insane. That is crazy.
Book, or whatever else he's currently promoting because he has absolutely no backbone. On the same day, Dream would go live and visit past conflicts, like reacting to the If YouTubers Were Honest video. He would also go ahead and leak DMs with Tommy, even though Tommy had specifically asked him a while ago to never do that. In which Dream says, "Are we even friends, dude?" And Tommy replies, "Yeah, why? What's up, man?" Sad face.
Oh my
and Dream
God.
ends up writing another
Holy fuck. Oh my God. Holy shit.
dude, and Tommy
Bro is doing anything but getting therapy.
replies, "Yeah, why? What's up, man?" Sad face. And Dream ends up writing another encyclopedia.
God
Pretty much
damn.
asking, why does Tommy always make jokes at the expense of Dream? He would then proceed to confirm that yes, he did message Tommy's mother, and he would show what the message was.
Oh my God. Another essay.
Saying, "Just thought I'd let you know that I don't agree with lots of people replying to you and don't want you to be attacked at all. I will express that I do agree with some of the people replying because Tommy knew what would happen and knew what I had happened with my family as well, as he has critiqued me strongly for my tweets that caused doxing or harassment, saying, you know it's going to cause doxing, so why do it? Even though I always reply that it's not my silly reply that's the problem, it's the person doxing or whatever. Like you've said about his video,
Yeah, but you've never like held your community accountable though. You just kind of like, you would go on your fucking private account and be like, heart emoji, I love you guys.
Oh, that's
Anytime someone got fucking doxxed.
never what his opinion
By your community, by the way.
has been. His video is outwardly dishonest as he knows far more about the situation
Sorry,
and he
man.
takes a side with his skit, which he knew would cause tons of issues. He then goes ahead and reiterates the same points in the next paragraphs, but overall, that was it. He found it very hurtful that Tommy would make the skit about him, and even though Tommy's mother was being relentlessly attacked on Twitter, he never once tweeted, "Hey guys, can you please stop?" Instead, just
Damn.
expressing this to the DMs. After the stream, Tommy tweeted this, saying, "I just want very famous YouTubers I liked when I was 16 to stop leaking DMs of me being a bit awkward. Is that too much to ask?"
Damn.
That obviously escalated things even further and made Dream look pretty bad. But can we take a second to look at this instead? Twitter sometimes can be funny, I'll give you that. That same day, TommyInnit released his video titled
Oh my god.
Dream, in which he addressed most of the things going on. And I'm going to show you the biggest highlights of this video, like the beginning. Watch.
Hello. This video is a message to Dream.
Oh
If
no.
you've been off the internet the past couple days and haven't kept up, basically, if you're one of my subscribers, Dream has called you a slur. So deal with that how you want. Okay, now look, I have Dream blocked and everything.
Yo, low-key. Never mind. No, I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna
If
say
you're
it.
one of my subscribers, Dream has called you a slur. So deal with that how you want. Okay, now look, I have Dream blocked on everything, and I intend
Oh,
to keep it that way.
man.
So Dream, hello mate, let's just dive right in, shall we? Let's talk about you calling all my fans the R slur. You can't throw around the R slur, mate. You just can't. My mum worked with adults with disabilities, and since I was 12, I volunteered with her. These are
Oh.
real fucking amazing people.
Now look, you're probably someone who's watching thinking, how the hell are they making such a big deal over a word like that? Well, this is a massive community, and that's how they perceive that word. In another community, it's not that big of a deal, but here, on this battlefield, it is. And Dream had completely screwed up by using it. Tommy would then proceed and talk about his time in Dream SMP and how Dream treated him when he was just a 16-year-old.
Dream. 4 years ago, you were awful to me. When I was 16, you gave me YouTube advice, and you
Fire.
held that over my head
Oh.
for years.
Oh.
You didn't treat me like an equal.
The worst thing ever, the worst canon event to ever happen to a creator is to meet someone who thinks you owe them everything, all because they helped you with your YouTube channel. That is like almost every YouTuber's canon event, bro. Holy shit.
And you held that over my head for years. You didn't treat me like an equal, and you made me feel small.
Damn.
The Dream SMP, a lot of your success just wouldn't have happened without me.
Whoa!
Streaming every single night on the server and caring about everything as much as I did. And
Aww.
you made me feel small about that. And I was a kid. Shame on you, man.
So for someone who used to watch Dream SMP or someone who used to be a fan of Dream, this is a massive revelation. Tommy was, as I said, one of the most influential people on the server. He was streaming, as he said, almost every single day. This is what you would call a bombshell. And speaking of bombshells, he would then go ahead and talk about the DM that Dream had sent his mother.
You harassed my mum as she was going through a divorce, the worst time of her life. You tried to harm the relationship between me and my mum. And if we weren't best friends, with the shit that you were saying, you probably could have really harmed that, mate.
Damn.
You are like a proper movie villain. I have watched you take advantage of vulnerable people and use them to benefit yourself. I've watched you lie to fans, to me, to people, and take no responsibility afterwards. You are incapable of taking any criticism. You refuse to change anything about yourself.
Damn.
You reframe everything so that you are the victim. 4 years have gone by, and the rest of us have grown, reflected, really tried to better ourselves and learn after going through that incredibly overwhelming experience together.
Wow.
And you've reverted to saying slurs and punching down.
By the majority of people, this video was seen as very mature and level-headed. Tommy would end this video by asking Dream to please seek therapy. Saying, you being an asshole right now does not mean that you have to be one forever. And it resonated very well within the community. Even Dream's own community was very divided when it came to this, with some feeling very alone siding with Dream, and others saying that, you know what? This time, Dream can fight this on his own. I'm done with this.
Damn.
Either way, the same guy claiming that Tommy had no backbone had deleted yet another tweet in which he said, I'm not sure why TommyInnit decided to attack and lie about me in front of his entire audience, but I guess it gives me an opportunity to let it all out. Crazy Minecraft beef, I guess, referencing the video titled Dream. He then ended this by saying, we'll be making an upload to respond to his video soon. Given it's serious, not fun time.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, dude. Oh, it's not like... Ah! Oh my god.
And then interestingly enough, instead of taking an entire month to upload it, he only took 1 day.
Oh.
In a video titled, I'm sorry, but not to TommyInnit.
Oh my god. How old is Dream? I just gotta see this real quick. Hold on. Oh, wrong one. How old is Dream? Let's see. How? 26. Okay. How old is Tommy? 21. That's crazy. God damn, dude.
By now, most people were wondering why they couldn't just resolve this in private, but whatever, man. It's a 9-minute video. Let's talk about the highlights. The only thing that Dream apologized for in this video was him saying the R slur. That's
Okay.
it. Then he started talking about Tommy. He says that his main issue with Tommy and his friend group is that they keep joking that he's a pedophile, even though he proved that he wasn't. With one of Tommy's friends, Tubbo, saying that, you know what, we probably should stop saying that he's a pedophile. It's not right, especially since he proved that he wasn't. He then refutes the claim that he took advantage of Tommy, that he belittled him, instead saying that they called fairly often, he gave him advice a lot, and he wanted to see him succeed, showing clips of Tommy praising Dream directly while streaming. There was this small clip in Tommy's video talking about merch. Here it is.
I'm not just selling USB baby photos or lazily designed merchandise, all right? I'm doing the best with what I have.
Tommy,
Dream then goes ahead and refutes that, saying, no, my merch brand is family business made by actual people getting paid real wages. He then says that while Tommy's merch looked cool, the company behind it wasn't, employing child labor, saying, wow, your employees are really cool. Calling them scammers, referencing CoffeeZilla's video investigating them. He also accused them of hiring editors, paying them less than minimum wage, and also getting his fans.
I remember I saw this and I screamed, bro. I fucking lost my mind. I go, yo, leave Larry alone.
Investigating them. He also accused them
Leave Larry alone, bro. I was like, don't drag Larry into this.
of hiring editors, paying them less than minimum wage, and also getting his fans to edit his videos for free. He also finds the DM he sent his mother to be very reasonable, saying that calling him an evil villain is a bit too much, while also stating that he had no idea she was going through a divorce anyway, it was just about the video. Finally, he said that, listen, if you want to talk about no backbone, how about you delete all the videos that I'm in on your channel, and I'll delete all the videos that you're in on my channel. And he ends his video saying that instead of telling you to go seek therapy, I'm just going to say you don't need to push people down in order to lift yourself up.
What the
That's
fuck?
it. The comments on this video are hilarious because, I mean, a lot of them are true. This is huge for the unemployed. And I like how most of the internet problems can be solved by not being on Twitter. People are just over it. This type of drama should have been left in 20.
What? What?
You don't need to push people down in order to lift yourself up. That's it. The comments on this video are hilarious because, I mean, a lot of them are true. This is huge for the unemployed. And I like how most of the internet problems can be solved by not being on Twitter. People are just over it. This type of drama should have been left in 2021 or 2022, not brought forward to 2025. Instead of feeling outraged like fans would have felt years ago, they're just memeing the hell out of it, further proving the idea that people couldn't care less. I mean, there's already a video from Lessons in Meme Culture about the Dream drama becoming a meme, right? And Dream's video barely came out like 7 hours ago, okay? Like, this is crazy. I've never seen people be so over a drama in such a short amount of time. Dream says that his next video is going to be a normal manhunt upload. We'll see how that goes, but for the time being, people are already over the drama. And I don't think we'll see a response from Tommy. I don't think it'll go any further unless Dream decides to bring it to the next level somehow. And yeah, congratulations, you're now caught up on the first major drama of 2025, which was
Thank
really
you!
stupid. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video whenever that is. I need a vacation after this. Anyway, yeah, love you. Mwah.
Bye! Oh my god. Holy essay.